Do you actually know what landlords want to hear when you call them? Or are you accidentally putting them off in the first 30 seconds? This is how you can get your conversations going from, I'm just wondering, do you guys take company lets on properties like that?
No, unfortunately.
To, I would love to, potentially come for a viewing and have a chat properly. And I can also send you a valuation over. Would you be interested in doing that?
Yeah, I would be.
Okay. If you're new to this series, I'm trying to start a business with just £500. Alternatively, if you just want to learn how to call landlords for your Airbnb business, stick around and I'm going to give you some great value. When I started an Airbnb, I used to get so confused. I thought I was saying the right things, but after like 10 seconds, I would get shut down. I thought it was just part of the process. You have to call 100 landlords or call 100 agents with the expectation of getting 2 conversations out of that. And here's the thing. This is what so many people tell you to do. Even I used to give advice telling people to do it like this. It's so bizarre that this is the standard advice. Let me tell you what the right way to do this is. Basically, what everyone will tell you is just pitching your business over the phone via cold outreach. You try to pitch hassle-free Airbnb rent-to-rent to someone who doesn't even know who you are. And then that's why it fails almost every time. So let me show you what this actually sounds like. So what we're going to do now is we're going to show you how most people try and speak to agents or get rent-to-rent deals and why it doesn't work. Hi, I'm calling about the property you've got on Christchurch Avenue.
Yep, let me put you on hold and transfer you to the lettings team, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for calling Regal Estates, specialists in lettings.
Can these guys hurry the fuck up? That's why. Don't care. But what most people will have you do is they'll just have you like ring estate agents, like over and over again.
Thank you for calling Regal.
I'm gonna hang up in a minute. Okay, so we found this property in Camden. I'm gonna show you how most people call estate agents. Hi, I'm calling about the property on Plender Street in Camden.
Yeah.
Is that one still available?
Yes, it is.
I'm just wondering, do you guys take company lets on properties like that?
No, unfortunately.
Well, you just knew that was going to happen.
See, that was very short and sweet, and that's how most people would do it. This one is in Dickens House in Bloomsbury. 020-3909. Now, you can get success with this if you just do like an insane amount of volume. But there are better ways to do it as well. They don't like picking this. Estate agents have this thing about picking up the phone, but they never pick up for some reason, even though it's their job to try and get me to book viewings. And that's why I also don't get the whole company let thing. Like, your job is to rent out properties, but then you don't want to rent out the property. Like, I get there's some stigmas behind it and stuff, but like, if you just the fucking call that just ended on me. Battersea Park. London prices are crazy, man. I don't think I want to move there next year. 3.2k. for a flat that looks like an absolute turd dumpster. Okay, it's a 4-bedroom flat, so maybe that's actually why it's still, fuck that shit. I want to live in a nice place. At least Leeds is quite cheap.
Rightmove is connecting you. This call may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes. Thanks for calling.
This is what you're going to get as well. We have nobody to take your call. How many of these do I have to do? Oh, someone's calling. Hello?
Hi there, I've just missed a call from you. Absolute Living Estate Agents?
Yes. I can't remember, sorry, I've just closed the tab, so I can't remember which one it was now.
Was it a 4-bed flat?
Yes. I was just calling on that one to see if you guys do company lets on it. I saw that it was reduced today.
Yeah, no, we're not interested in company lets. Sorry about that.
Okay, no worries. Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye. And he hung up on me. Hello, darkness, my old friend. 2-bedroom flat, 4.2k. Do I really want to pay 4.2k for a flat? Nest Seekers International. 020-71-239.
Rightmove is connecting you. This call may be recorded for training and monitoring purposes. Our office hours are 8:30 a.m. till 6 p.m. Monday to Friday.
Well, they're closed. Right, next one. This one is in
Rightmove is
Balham.
connecting
Balham.
This call may be recorded for training.
It's in Clapham.
Good afternoon, King Eco Garden, Hayward, Ben speaking.
Hi, Ben. I'm just giving you a call about the property on Dinsmore Road.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm just wondering, is that property available for a company let?
It's not, no, unfortunately.
actually. As
Okay.
in, would it be like, would it be in the company's name and then renting it out?
Yes.
Or, yeah, no, unfortunately not.
Okay, no worries, thank you. So I just showed you probably how you're doing it. Probably don't need a reminder of how it goes. Now, what I actually want to show you is how to have good conversation with landlords and get them on board to your Airbnb business. I'm going to use this analogy. Imagine you're trying to find a date. Now, if you follow the logic of the old method, this would mean going up to random people on the street and asking them to marry you. That is essentially what this old method of just cold calling through open rent spare room Gumtree is doing. Asking someone to buy into your business when they don't actually know you. With the new method that we use, it's basically like a dating app. You put yourself on a dating app and you would expect the partner you find to also be on said dating app too. You match with each other because you like each other's pictures, prompts, and profiles. You tick each other's boxes. What if I told you that you can use the dating app method for your Airbnb business? But I'm not talking about Hinge, I'm talking about paid ads. So why is this such a game changer for your outreach? Well, just like Hinge or Tinder, you are going to be putting yourself out there with the hopes that you get someone who comes back to you. And guess what? They do. Through your ads, you are searching for landlords who are looking for you, and you communicate this in the actual ad. By doing this, you are sifting out the landlords who don't care about the idea of Airbnb, and you're attracting the ones that are open to it. This is what makes the conversation so much easier, because when you dial them up, they are already warmed up to the idea of Airbnb. So you just need to sell them on you. You're skipping out the awkward convincing part at the start, and you're already on your way to booking your first viewing. Now, let me break down how paid ads work. Okay, so we're gonna break down a bit the economics of ads and how does it work and why is it so effective. So, as you can see here, these are our management ads at the moment, and they're not really complex. What you can see here is at the moment, we've spent £255 on ads. So only half of our £500 budget, right? And our costs are £6, £7 and £5 per lead. And we've generated 43 leads, which you'll be able to see here. So from those 43 leads, we are paying roughly £6 per lead. Now, as you've seen from all the conversation and stuff like that, we get some viewings from that. So we pay £6 per lead. Now, if we have spent, and even if worst case scenario, it costs us £100 to get a viewing, right? Let's just say it costs us £100, and for the cost, so how much advertising dollars or pounds we have to spend to get a viewing. And then from that, we achieve one close. So we get one deal, just one property. Now, the great thing about these ads is when you bring on these landlords, most of these landlords have multiple properties, but we're not even going to do that for just this example. So it's £6 per lead and then £100 per viewing. So advertising cost, then £250 per close. Now, what we will actually do is we will firm up these numbers at the end of the example when we've broken it down and we've secured the property and how much money do we have to spend on advertising. But let's just say this for example, because generally I know it works out to about £250 to £300 per close, just from knowledge and experience. And then if we know that on that property, our management fee is, let's say, going to be £500 per month, management fee, that would mean that over a 12-month period, because we sign them to a 12-month contract, you do 500 times 12 would equal 6,000. So if our costs have been £250 to get a return of 6,000, that's really good, right? You would make that investment every time. If you knew that you were going to spend £250 and at the end that would get you £6,000. So if you do 6,000 divided by 250, that's 24. So what does that actually mean? And this is where you really have to start to break down advertising, that your return on ad spend is 24x. Now we will see at the end of this journey exactly where we sit and how it works, and we'll break down the first month's management fee and all those kind of things for you to really help you break down these calculations. But what you can see here is you put £1 in and you get £24 back. That's an insane return. Obviously, we will have to go on the viewings and we will have to prove it to you, but this is the kind of numbers that you can pull through management and that kind of stuff. As I've seen here is we've got 4 or 5 viewings lined up. So it's not even cost us £100 per viewing, it's cost us less. And we've spent £255 so far, and we've got about 4 or 5 viewings lined up from that. So it's really about £50 per viewing. If we get from those 4 or 5 viewings, one close, these are the kind of numbers that we'd be looking at. Even if our management fee is less, we'll be looking at maybe a 20 times return on ad spend. And I'll tell you now, anyone who's in the advertising world would bite your hand off for a 24 ROAS. And the reason is because you instantly lock them in to this recurring revenue. Now, even if just on your first month, you only do manage the property for 1 month and you make £500 back in the first month, just £500 back, and you spent £250 to get it, that would still be a 2x return. Most people would keep putting money in that machine over and over and over again if they knew they could put £1 in and get £2 out. It's generally that simple, and that's how advertising, it's why all these major companies do it, but you just haven't been taught it as to how it breaks down, how you can really make it work for you. Now, you do have to create good ads, and you do have to write good copy, and you do have to write good scripts, which we can teach you in the Airbnb Mastery program as to how to do that, how to really break that down. But if you can see the level of success and see what we've done with just this tiny amount of budget, and everyone, you know, if you're starting a business, you should have at least £500 to spend. With the right formulas, with the right scripts, with the right stuff, and then learning how to speak to landlords, it can't be, you know, it's why we do this now for our business, because it's easier. It makes it so much easier. You've got leads who are interested, so you're not having to cold call landlords or deal with all this shit. You are dealing with actual people who've opted into your services and want to work with you. This is how you truly get landlords and really scale an Airbnb management business to the next level. Okay, so what we're going to be showing you now is how to actually call landlords using the systems and the ads that we've kind of shown you how to do. This is how we would get landlords. Right now we've got about 20 something leads and we've only spent £100, at like £5 a lead, which is very, very good. What this helps does is it converts people from cold to warm, because now they're coming to you, they're inbound into the business, and then you just have to reach out to them. So we're gonna go through, we're just gonna call a couple people, and you'll see the conversations we have, how we talk to them, and how we try and basically secure viewings, or what we'll do is secure them down our pipeline, essentially by offering them a free valuation, that kind of thing. So this is how you essentially build a bit of a funnel and a pipeline to eventually close deals. So let's go. First one today, her name's Sheila, and we've got a property in Tottenham. So we'll see if they pick up.
Hello?
Hi Sheila, it's Joost. I missed a call from you yesterday. It's regarding the form you filled in about Airbnb management.
I'm interested in doing, I've got a flat, a
Okay.
two-bedroom flat.
Yeah.
And are you based in London?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm interested in just to get some information about
Okay.
Airbnb.
Of course.
It's empty at the moment.
Okay.
Because the tenants left.
Okay.
So that's why I called.
Okay.
In the form.
No, I understand. What kind of information are you looking to get in terms of how much it could generate, or how does Airbnb work, just so I can give a little bit of guidance for you?
So it's firstly how much I can generate.
Yeah.
In terms of what I'm getting now.
Okay.
To cover, you know.
Yeah.
And also how it works, because I'm sure I have to have the flat decorated.
Yeah.
And pay you a commission.
Mhm. Absolutely.
What
Okay.
Yeah. How does it?
Yeah. Okay, let me run you through the process. So in terms of evaluation, what we recommend of like how much a property can generate is I will drop you a little message after this and basically ask you a couple questions. If you can answer those questions for me, then I can give you a free valuation. So that will basically give you a bit of a summary of how much money we think the property can generate, how much you'll be making, those kind of things. Does that sound good?
That's all right. Yeah,
Okay,
that sounds
cool.
positive. Yeah.
Great. And then in terms of Airbnb itself and how that actually works, so yes, if the property, is the property currently furnished or unfurnished when you were renting it out?
Oh, it's unfurnished.
Okay.
But it's in a decorative, good condition.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, so what we would then do is we want to essentially stage the property. So essentially meaning that we want to dress it, make it look nice for an Airbnb standard. That's basically, you know, adding furnishings, adding like bed linen, adding like some nice decoration, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. We can take care of that for you. We've got staging partners, so it would just be kind of the cost of that obviously we would help, but we'd help you through that whole process. And that would basically then get it up to an Airbnb standard. Once we've done that, we will basically get professional photographs done, create the listings, and then start marketing it out. And usually we can do that within a 7 to 14 day time frame, and have it fully listed and ready to go. So that's kind of your turnover period. Then what we do in the operational side of things and actually managing the property is our service is that we take care of everything. So we will deal with organising the cleaners, we will deal with any maintenance that would need to be organised, we deal with the pricing software and how we actually price the property to make sure you're getting the best returns. We deal with the guests, the check-in, the check-out, everything. And then as an owner, we have an owner dashboard. So you've got complete visibility in what bookings are in and out, how much money is being generated, all of those kind of things. And then we send an owner, basically spreadsheet, document, whatever you want to call it, an owner statement, which goes through all the financials and shows the payout, what you get paid at the first of the month. And that happens every first of the month. We will send you that owner statement and then give you a payout for that.
Right. Okay. So what percentage do you have as?
Sure. So we charge 15% after Airbnb's commission. So a lot of management companies charge before, like Airbnb's commission, we charge after, because we want to make sure that we are incentivized to bring in more business direct. So obviously Airbnb charge a 15% commission on bookings. Now, what we're incentivized to do by charging our fee after that is that we try and bring in a lot of bookings directly, so you don't have to pay Airbnb's commission, so you as a landlord will make more money and everyone's happier. So that's kind of what we do. That's how our fee structure works. And in that fee, as I mentioned, cleaning organization, maintenance organization, the listings, the day-to-day management, all the operations is covered by us. And that's kind of that's the standard fee essentially.
So is there any other thing that I have to pay out?
Not in.
That 15%.
The only other cost that you would have would be like any maintenance or stuff like that and cleaning. So like maintenance, if the, not the boiler because that's quite big, but say there's like a little niggle and some door handles and stuff needs to be sorted out, then that would obviously, just like if you're a landlord, you'd have to pay those maintenance costs. Similar thing there, but it's not, there's no kind of hidden charges or there's no, those are just the costs. And then cleaning, how that works is there'll be a cleaning line item on the statement. But essentially what we do is, I don't know, have you booked Airbnbs before in the past?
I have actually, yeah.
So you see generally a lot of them have the cleaning fee on the payment. You have the nightly rate and then you've got the cleaning fee. So the cleaning fee will be charged to the guest. And then, that line item will just be in there. So you see how much has been spent on cleaning and that will also go off. And then you've got your final amount.
I know they said to leave the property the way that it was. We got it in Airbnb. What do you mean by the cleaning? I don't understand that part.
So essentially, for example, if a hotel, when you come in, there's clean bed linen, that kind of stuff, and the room has been cleaned. So same principle for Airbnb. When someone stayed and the bed sheets have to be changed, there has to be a cleaner coming in and just cleans up the property, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Because obviously, what we try to do is we want everything to run to a hotel standard. So
who pays for that cleaning?
That's in the guest fee. So the guest will pay.
Fee.
So the guest will pay a nightly rate. So let's say £200 a night, and then they'll also pay a cleaning fee.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you look on Airbnb and just have a little bit of a look, you'll see it all over. It's very, very common.
So it just come in. It's included in the price that the guest pays.
Yes, absolutely. It's like a fee that's factored in. So let's say they've paid £200 a night for 2 nights. So it's 400 plus, let's say, £70 cleaning fee. So the total price would be 470. So it's factored into that price. So it's not really something that's like a net loss to you as a landlord.
So in terms of furnishing the property, how does that work? Do I pay you to get the furnitures, or do I get it myself?
We can sort that all for you. So we can have a team come in, they'll furnish the property, stage it, get it up to a good standard, and then we'll get the pictures done and listing. So that's where we can basically come in, and that's where we do the A to Z. So we'll take it on, we'll stage it, furnish it, get the pictures, do the listings, publish it out immediately. And that, what I said is... Sorry?
Let me know how much it costs.
Yes. Yeah, of course.
Before the furniture's
Yeah. Well, I would never. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So roughly how much does a 2-bedroom cost to furnish from your experience?
So you're looking anywhere from £4,000 to £6,000, which I know is an investment, but it's 100% worth it because
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, it's so worth it because of the valuation, like what we'll look at the Airbnb figures when I send them to you. Your return on investment will be high. We even know landlords, and there is possibilities. It's like you can do like IKEA finance, so you can split the payments, 0% interest, all that kind of stuff, to help with cash flow as well.
Right. So in terms of people booking
Yeah.
Airbnb, how is that? Is that very how would that work if, say, for example, you get no booking for a month and
Yeah.
so forth?
Well, generally it doesn't ever happen. So our year-round occupancy is about 85%. So that means that our properties are occupied about 85% of the time. Obviously that yields a very good return for you as a landlord. On top of that, what we can do is what we offer some landlords is, it depends on your kind of what you're looking for, is generally we can offer a guarantee as well. So depending on what kind of fee structure and things you want, we can offer a guarantee where we give you a minimum base rent that we agree you get paid no matter what. So there's also certain things in place depending on what you would want to do. And usually these things, it's better if we come for a viewing, have a chat, discuss it. But then we can talk about kind of how that would work depending on, if you want that guaranteed income on top of that, or you just want to have all the upside. But we kind of do that to make sure that you as a landlord feel that you're the most comfortable and happy with how everything is working there. So would that kind of ease that question and hopefully answer it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We'd have to talk about it a bit more.
Yeah, but absolutely. I mean, I would love to, potentially come for a viewing and have a chat properly. And I can also send you a valuation over. Would you be interested in doing that?
That'd be great. Yeah, I would be.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your kind of availability for a viewing potentially?
Next week, Tuesday.
Okay, let me just take a look at my calendar.
Yeah.
Just send me the address and some information. And yeah, that'd be brilliant. And then I'll see you next week, Thursday.
All right. Okay.
All right, thanks so much.
Great.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.
That's easy. That was one of one. That's the first one we've done. Yeah, that's how easy it is, guys. Now I just need to book that in my mum's calendar. So like on that call, as you saw, a lot of landlords they're interested in Airbnb, they've heard of it through whatever mechanism, right? But they don't really understand it. A lot of them don't understand it. They're just buy-to-let landlords who are being squeezed more and more by regulation, government, whatever. But what it does do is it gives us an opportunity as Airbnb entrepreneurs because they essentially are looking to move, but they don't have the knowledge. The traditional letting agents don't have the knowledge. So they want to know about staging costs, how much they're going to cost, because generally landlords are cheap, right? So staging costs is a normal one. Then they want to know how does it work, what kind of services do you offer, and how much do you charge for that? And then you can package that up in many different ways. Now, what you could do is if you're getting someone who's a bit difficult and biting, is give them a bonus, give them an offer, give them a guarantee. Like I said there, is like we can talk a bit about our offer structure, do we offer guaranteed rent, those kind of things. That allows you again to just firm up the deal, make them have more confidence in you. Then kind of on top of that, like what you can throw in if you really want to is like we give 2 months management for free or 1 month management for free for your first month to make sure that you get up and running, etc., etc. If you can throw in the fact that you'll deal with the staging for her, the Alex Hormozy value equation, which is Ollie's going to hate me, but I'm going to ask him to put here, is like essentially what I talked about there is like effort and sacrifice and time delay. So I was like, we can get the property ready in 7 to 14 days. That's your time delay. So she's thinking instantly, right, I can get this turned around in 2 weeks and I can get paid at the first of the month, which I also mentioned. Then we talked about effort and sacrifice. I said, we'll handle the staging, we handle all the operations, we handle everything, you just sit back and get paid. So as Alex Hormozy teaches, is you've minimized that side of the value equation, then I'm going to give her the valuation, which increases her dream outcome, And the perceived likelihood achievement, that's up to you. That's trust, that's knowledge, that's skill in building and speaking those conversations. But that's how you, again, do that. So you've got to increase that, and that dream outcome is like, okay, what can you do for them? And if you balance that out and have it one side really good, one side as low as possible, then they'll want to work with you. So yeah, that was the first one that we've done today and already booked a viewing. So not bad. As you can see, this is such a better way of doing outreach. And even better, within our £500 budget, we have now already booked multiple viewings from these ads. So in the next part of the series, we are going to be going to these viewings to see if we can actually secure our first deal for our Airbnb business, spending less than £500. Alternatively, if you don't have enough patience, go watch my next video where I break down exactly how Airbnb management works in way more detail and tell you straight up how to get started.